What's going on, y'all? Come on in, come on in. It look a little different tonight, but I'm, I'm on the road, but we still going on anyway. And I can see he's here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Bringing to the stage, Mr. Willie Banks Jr. Can't give him no claps, but let's see. Let's bring young man.
Hey,
What's going on, man?
man, I'm blessed, Doc.
That's all you can say. Good
That's
to be
all
here. Yeah, man. I ain't in my studio right now. I had church tonight, so I'm gonna get back kind of late, so I didn't wanna hold you kind of late. So
well, I'm all right. I agreed to get with you, Doc. So it's fine.
okay, all right. Well, we gonna get right on in it. Our other co-host he'll probably be on later. He said he was in church, so we just gonna go and hop on into it if that's cool with you.
That's fine.
Okay, all right. So, like I do everybody else, take us back to the beginning. Like, what was life like as a little boy growing up?
Well, um, I've always kind of been. I call myself what we call a road baby. Um, I was always back and forth, up north, down south. Um, always on the road. Even when I wasn't playing, I was somewhere on the stage or around musicians, that type of thing. So I always grew up in the entertainment field, if you will. Both my parents, my dad is a singer, of course. Everybody knows that. But my mama can sing too. So she was traveling too a little bit. So I've always been on the road one way or the other.
Okay. Who did your mama sing for?
Well, they had a group called the Blended Voices, Bishop Enoch Johnson and the Blended Voices. So she sung with her dad and her sisters, and they weren't a mainstream group, but they were pretty popular in the Midwest,
Gotcha.
parts of the South, a few parts of the South. So,
Okay. So where are you from originally?
well, I was born in Milwaukee.
Wow. Okay.
Both my parents are from Jackson, Mississippi. So this is Raymond, Mississippi, and Jackson, Mississippi.
Gotcha. See, I thought you were from Mississippi.
Well, I mean, you could say that. I spent enough time in the South. My whole family is from Mississippi, pretty much.
Okay. Are you an only child? You got any other brothers and sisters?
I have more siblings. I'm right in the middle, so I have some younger siblings and I have some older siblings. So I'm right smack in the middle.
Okay. Are they all in the music too, or?
Well, I have two older sisters that sung in the Mississippi Mass Choir. Um,
Okay.
so all of them, not all of them have been actually singers, but they've all been around it. But only those two um, ever did anything like on the major level. Um, yeah, that was just those two sisters.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. So when did you know you had a knack for singing?
Well, um, I'm a church kid, so we sung. I've been singing ever since I could talk. but not on a professional level. You're just singing in church and singing around. But I was more so a musician than a singer in my mind because that's what I wanted to do, play the instruments. So I've always been able to hold a note, but that wasn't my main goal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, did you ever did you ever get a chance to sing with the messengers like when your dad was living or?
Right before he died, I got a chance to sing with him,
Okay.
and that was the first time I ever seen my dad cry. Um, we opened up for him. First of all, he came to a program, and I had a little group. It was me and some other family members, some cousins, and my little brother, and we were called the Young Gospel Travelers. And we opened up for that program, and I sung one of his songs. I sung "God Will Take Care of His Own," and he was peeping out the dressing room, checking me out. Then he called me on stage to sing with him, and I sung background with him. I guess he was kind of testing me out to see if I could really, if I knew what to do. And that was always a special moment for me, be able to sing with my dad. And shortly after that, he passed.
Wow.
This was like '92, the winter of '92, and by '93 he was gone. By February of '93, he had passed.
Wow. So I wasn't even born. I was born January '94, so I wasn't even thought about yet. Wow.
Don't be
So
trying to
that
tell my
if
age,
I'm
man.
30, he been gone 31 years.
Yeah, he been gone 31 years.
Man, it's a long man. Time fly.
Don't be trying to tell my
Um,
age, man.
man. So let's see what else I had. Man, I had a good question. I slipped my mind just that fast. But did you you play bass, right?
Yeah, I still do.
Okay. Who do you I mean, there's a lot of this stuff I know, but I like to give my interviews like I don't know, it's the way I do things. So I know who you play for, but can you tell the people who's like one of the mainstream artists that you play for?
Well, I played with Eric Benet for 13 years. Uh, Toured and recorded with him. Um, Played with Sheila E. Had a chance to play with Stevie Wonder. Um, did some recordings with Eddie Levert, Chrisette Michelle, um, Shabba Ranks, Lil Wayne. Um, it's I've been a part of a few productions along the way, uh, but
So
I
so
most of
you
my
telling me
go ahead.
so you telling me you don't play for Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, I had a chance to share the stage with him. Yeah,
Man, that
and
was
he's
you
one of my
used some
favorite
hand claps,
artists.
right? I use that is insane. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the situation was we were in L.A. somewhere in California, and he was sitting in with everybody at this particular festival. He would just come on the stage and just play and sing with everybody. And so I got a chance to do Superstitious with him, play Superstitious behind him, and he played harmonica, and it was just a wonderful experience.
Wow. So so for y'all that's listening, he no more than just God is still in charge and and all those songs. Like he's really versatile. Man, I did not know that. And you said Chrisette Michelle.
Yeah, we did. And no, a lot of these opportunities came through me being with Eric. So we did I did a lot of studio stuff with different people. So and
Right.
she's one of them. So I helped produce a song that she featured on um, while I was with Eric Benet. So I've had access to a lot of great people. Babyface, Edmonds, we toured with them. I didn't play with him, but I had a chance to, rub shoulders with these guys and gain knowledge and, on a first name basis.
Wow. So what is?
I lost you.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
I was saying, I said, what else do you play besides bass?
Well, I'm a bootleg drummer, keyboard player, guitar player, so I can play a little bit of all the rhythm instruments, But bass is my main thing. I'm a professional bass player, but I can play pretty much all those instruments as well.
Wow. And can you sing all background parts too?
Yes, yeah, you
Wow.
have to be able to sing all the parts.
So, as far as touring on the R&B side, what's different in that and the quartet world? Like, what are like the main differences?
Um, just the budget, the money, a lot of the
Mm,
same issues, a lot of the same rewards, but it's just they have a more of a budget to work with, so they can present um, in a more they can give a better presentation. But it's
wow.
the same principle at the end of the day,
Mm,
and the message is different, of course.
right.
The spirit of it all is different.
But it is like janky promoters and stuff in that world too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm,
things happen. I
wow.
mean, it's a different level, but definitely, every once in a while you'll come across that.
Right. Um. So have before becoming the lead singers of the Messengers, did you have like your own quartet group?
Briefly, um, but yeah, it wasn't long enough to even bring up. To be honest, yeah, just God flipped that thing so fast. Um, yeah, it just that wasn't the route I was supposed to take. God flipped that thing all the way around.
Right. Uh, so what year did you take over as the lead singer for the Messengers?
Um, well, it happened shortly after the first Mega Fest. That was last year, so 2023. It'll be a
Okay.
year this coming October.
Okay. And I've seen y'all a couple of times. Most recently when y'all was in Griffin, Georgia. I came to that show.
Okay.
I see you still trying. You like to try and keep everything as original as possible, right?
Yeah. I think that there's still some value in doing it how they used to do it. You know, not everybody. Just add some variety. There's a lot of great groups, a lot of great singers, but I think there's room for everybody. And if it's a legacy group, so I want to keep it as true to the legacy as I can. You know, just with a little edge, but 90%. You know, like the original, if possible.
Because man, now it just came to me. I remember. I think the last song y'all did was "God is Still in Charge," and at the end it was some kind of outro y'all did. You had to come up with that, didn't you?
Yeah, I threw that in there.
I knew it. I knew it because I was like, man, I ain't never heard them do that.
But if you really know the Messengers, those are the chords that used to hold those chords when you walk off the stage. They're really the
Right.
same chords, it's just in rhythm.
Yeah. Blah, da, 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 da.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
those chord changes are really the chord changes that the guitar player would play. Just update it.
Right. So when I heard that, I was like, man, somebody been practicing.
Yeah.
But man, like your daddy was like, I go back and listen to a lot of those old especially like the Malico videos. Like he was a cold blooded singer.
Oh yeah.
Just like singing, like if you was just looking at him, you'd be like, oh, he ain't got it. But when he opened his mouth and sang, like that man was doing some singing.
Yeah, he had great technique, and he'd been singing for a long time. I was having a conversation the other day. He had a record. I found a recording of him from 1957. So he'd been singing on records, for a very long time. So he was not a stranger to how to sing. He knew how to do that.
Yeah. Could he play anything?
Um, I was told that he played a little guitar, but not really.
Okay.
Um, But he could. The way he would sing and tell you what he wanted, you would think he could play.
Right. Right.
He knew how to communicate with musicians, quite well.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite Messenger song is one that I don't even think y'all singing now, but it's called No Tomorrow.
Yeah, I you know what you are like the third person that brought that song up. I'm gonna have to start doing that song.
Yeah, you got to.
You know,
That's a good song, man.
it is. The message is real strong. So and I know it. So I'm gonna start doing that song.
I greatly appreciate it. So what's your favorite Messenger song?
um. Oh man. You know what? I don't know if you remember this song, but my favorite Messenger song is called "Long Journey."
Uh-uh.
It's an old joint. It's one of the old ones. But I just feel like I can relate to that song. Every time from the first time I heard it, it just resonated with me, and I just understood. I just felt like it resonated with me personally. When you get a chance, check it out. It's one of them old school joints, but called "Long Journey."
I definitely got to check that one out. Okay. Um. So what is your as far as like getting yourself prepared to go on stage? What are some things you do to get yourself geared to perform?
Um, a lot of talking to God. I pray. I always ask God to anoint me and to give me the sensitivity that I need for the people. You know, and like I always say, if you don't go with me, God, it ain't gonna work. So I pray, and I'm constantly just talking to God, like just getting my mind ready. So whatever needs to happen, I'm open. I try to block out all the talking and the confusion and know hear from God. You know.
Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he's late to the party, but he's here. Give it up for Mr. Good Job Lambo. Give him a great big hand. Great big hand.
Unmute your mic, man.
Yo,
Low.
yo, I'm in here. Yeah, we all got a little loke in us. It's okay.
Ooh.
What up, my boy?
What's going on, man?
Long time no talk, man.
Yeah, man. You didn't ran off and left me, man.
Man, nah, never that. Hey, I tell you what, I still know them licks you showed me that night, though.
Listen, man. I showed you one little thing, man.
Thanks. You know this old joker right here, man.
Yeah, I know this cat.
You know.
This beast right here.
Niggas do not know, man. He one of them ones on that. Yeah. They
Hey,
don't
this
know.
man said he played for Stevie Wonder, Chrisette Michelle, Babyface, the Winans.
Man,
He done named some.
bro, it's different when you can sit down with somebody like this and just look like, bro. He'll probably tell you, bro. I was amazed that night, bro. I can't believe that.
Before
I
you
was,
got on,
I
he
was
said, "Yeah, man,
amazed that he even wanted to see what I had to say because he was awesome. That joke is something else on their base.
Hey
That's
Trey,
like,
before you hopped on, he said, "Yeah, man, I played for Michael Jackson and Prince too." Yeah, you know,
Man,
he
that
he,
cat,
he,
that
he
cat,
called him
man.
Mike. He said, "Yeah, man, I played for Mike, man."
Listen, man. Don't listen to that cat, man. I did not say that.
ah,
But nah, he got a mean resume, like, like for real.
hey, if you don't mind, can you share it with me?
Well, I was telling him that I was with Eric for 13 years.
Right.
Um, and I branched off with him, like as far as I did a lot of studio work with some of those people he named, like with Chris Seth, Eddie Levert, Shabba Ranks, Lil Wayne. Um, we did some stuff, and then I've been able to like just sit and talk and learn production from people like Babyface. Um, Man, me and Fantasia, I was on the tour with her where we were kind of relief for her, and and during that tour, I was able to meet Charlie Wilson and all those people, and we were just able to hang out, and I was able to, glean from all these folks, actually pray with Fantasia before she went on stage, and
Right.
just I've been fortunate enough to be able to be around some of the best in the industry. Um, it's just just to name a few. I can't name everybody. Kenny Lattimore. I've worked with what's the name, Calvin Richardson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I could go. I would have to think, man, because it's just I've had access and worked with so many people.
Question: When your experiences with these people, um, what are your thoughts when you meet such like giants in the industry and you come to find out like, dang man, this guy or this lady is just down to earth, or like, dang.
Yeah, yeah. One
What
thing I
what
found out.
what is that relief like when you finally realize like, dang, bro, this nigga just regular like me, just out here, you just had an opportunity and
Well, I just always kind of knew it because I've been around it so long. I just got you get to see that they're just people.
right.
They're talented people that have the same everyday problems that we have. They're just, and some of them are real friendly, some of them aren't.
Right.
And you just learn how to navigate through that.
Hmm.
And you learn what to do and what not to do. Um, yeah, man, it's just I have some folks like I had to get the fan side out of me. What I'm saying? I had to be cool. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I,
yeah.
was- I was able to share the stage with Stevie Wonder, man. Dude, I had to really contain myself because like he's one of my favorite art, like top
Yeah.
three
Oh,
favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be able to share the stage with him, and I'm actually playing bass behind Stevie Wonder.
that's
You know what I'm saying? Like that was just amazing for me. Being able to share the stage with Earth, Wind, and Fire,
good.
and we out there, man. It's like 300,000 people out there, man. And, it's just God has blessed me to be in some great, around some greats. It's just
Another
awesome.
another another question. Being from, because us three, we kind of have a similar background. We come from them roots, man. We
Oh
come
yeah.
from come from them tech roots. How does it make you feel? Us coming from where we come from, being able to even be in rooms and even just play those type of musical shows with those type of people? Like, what is like your? I don't know. I guess I'm trying to say the thought process and the younger generation. You know, because some of us don't come from those big cities. Some of us don't. Some of us, everybody ain't from Milwaukee. Everybody ain't from Chicago. So, you know, us coming from these smaller backgrounds, what is something that you would tell the younger generation, you know, to get
Well,
those?
you know, coming from a city like Milwaukee, ain't nobody checking for Milwaukee. It's just the work ethic was there, and it's who you know. You know, so when the opportunity presents itself, being ready.
Being
That's how I got on. The opportunity presented itself, and I was able to show up in a real way. So it's all about mindset. You got to be a pro in your mind already. You know what I'm saying? You got to already be there in your mind, and there's certain behaviors that come with that. So it's like you know, just the little things, because playing that's a big part of it. But you know, attitude, reliability, you know, how you are off the stage, you know what I'm saying, being able to work with different people and deal with different personalities.
Yep.
You know, those are things that are very important when you're trying to take it to that level, you know, because you can get sent home. I've seen some guys, some incredible musicians get sent home, you know, because they just couldn't work with people,
Attitude.
and they weren't, they couldn't follow the rules. You know, it wasn't that they couldn't play, it's just they didn't have the right mindset as far as being a professional off the stage too.
Bad character. Yeah, all that stuff goes hand in hand, man.
Yeah.
Can't be good here and not good there.
Yeah, you got to kind of be even across the board.
Kind of, yeah. That's good. That's good information, brother. Very good information.
And of course, you know what I'm saying, the playing part, you know, you got to know everything, man. They told us to not only practice till you do your perfect, practice till you can't get it wrong. You know, like, you know, and just knowing everybody's part. You know what I'm saying? That helps, because then, you know, then you're more prepared for any situation when you know what everybody is doing. It shows you how to navigate around that, you know, just being over prepared.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me see here, man. Okay, I got another question. When you're you know, rest in peace to the late great. How old were you when Pops was on his run? Were you of age or?
When he was like really going like in the 80s.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yeah, I was, man, you know, I was born in 1977. So when he was
Okay.
at his high time, I was about 8, 9 years old.
Were you
And
playing that early?
I started playing bass at 8 years old. So, but that came from me being on the road with him. I traveled with him.
See, that's what I was getting to. Yeah. That's what I was.
You know, so I traveled with him. I was a drummer before that, though. I started out on drums just like most people do.
Weren't we all?
But I was able to go on the road with him and be on the road with him like a long time.
Yeah.
So I came back knowing how to play a little bit of everything. So you know, that's how that happened. He's the one. I can truly say that my father was the one that inspired me to want to do music professionally. You know, and he played like 100% of that decision. I knew when I was on the road with him, I was like, this is what I want to do when I grow up. You know, so
I don't want this to be a weird question, but I actually grew up like my granddad, rest in peace to him. He was a big Banks fan, bro. And your pops looked like he looked like a guy that didn't play around. He looked like he didn't play too many games with folks. So you know, I just wanted to know. You know, I kind of met some of the greats, like, you know, Harvey. You got Doc. I just want to know, like, how was he as a person? Because like I say, he just looked like a guy that didn't really play around too much.
he couldn't play around on that road. But if you're talking about somebody that was, you know, a very giving, very hilarious, he was a good guy. But you know, that road, you know, you got to be a grown man on that road. You know, so people saw the mean business side of him, because you know people will try you on that road. You know, so you kind of have to you have to be tough But behind the scenes, man, he was just hilarious. He was a jokester. You know, he was a kind guy. He would help you. You know, I've heard some of the things that he's done for people over the years. It's like, man, people don't even know, you know, that side of him. All they know is that, you know, he'll jack you up. You know,
Hey,
most
and
people,
that's all people. That's all I've ever heard. They be like,
you
"Oh
know,
man, he
either you
banging
didn't
that
like
back
him
road."
or you was afraid of him. Either one of the two.
That's all they say. They'd be like, "Oh, he keep that 38 on
Hey man,
it."
listen,
That's all people ever
listen, man. Hey, he wasn't the only one. It was a wild, wild west back then, though.
Yeah, but yeah, that's something new. Even with you saying that, like that's all I've ever heard was like he kept a gun in his briefcase and would put it in hands.
He had to, man.
The
Guys,
road needs more
guys
though.
would try to rob. Man, I heard the story. Somebody tried to rob him. You know, while he was, you know, putting some stuff in the car. Guy tried to rob him at one of the programs. And to tell you how gangster this dude was, he shot at the dude. The dude didn't get none, so he wound up shooting at the guy. Walked in the church, took the mic from the group that was singing, and said, "I know some of y'all heard them shots out there. The guy just tried to rob me out there. Though that was me shooting at him. I hope I got him." You know, I mean, those guys, they just built.
Yeah.
You know, he was, and you know what you see was what you got. But he was,
The
but he
road
was,
needs more of those, bro.
you
That's
know,
what's missing.
Willie Banks was born in 1929. You know, so
We wouldn't even thought
they're
about
cut from a different cloth.
He been through a lot. Yeah. He been
You know
through.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, to hear those guys how they came up singing down through the 50s and 60s, you know, where it was racism was real high and you couldn't get a meal. You had to go to the back of the restaurant, back of the bus, and couldn't get a hotel room, and they still singing. I was talking to Joe LaGun before he passed, and he was saying how he remember being on shows with my dad, and they couldn't get a hotel room. They would have to sleep in the van and wash their face with the dew from the grass. You know, they couldn't get a hotel room. You know, these guys have put in work and paved the way for everybody that's doing it. You know, so
it. And that's what a lot of the younger guys that's in quartet, they don't really know about this stuff like this. So that's why
And they should.
we need to hear
yeah, I
more of
mean,
these stories.
yeah, some guys have really like paid some dues for this quartet thing, you know. So, and then to go back to what you were saying, Richard, you know, about staying true to his sound. That's why I want to stay true to his sound. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff is timeless. It ain't never got to go nowhere unless we just try to bury it. And that's as long as I'm alive, that ain't
Can't
gonna
bury
happen.
it. It can't be buried.
You know, and that's not taking anything away from what the younger groups do at all. It's just, you know, there's room for everybody, you know, and I think that there is a story to be told that young people can respect if they know about it, you know, that they can get with, you know. So I'm gonna continue the legacy the best way I can.
You're doing a great job, brother. You're
You're
doing a
doing it.
great
I mean, you're
job.
doing an impeccable job.
Yeah, all credit to God,
If you
man.
don't look, you probably get scared.
Do people try and compare you to him a lot?
Every day, all day. Yeah, that's all they do, side by side. Yep. There's some big shoes to fill, man. People don't make it no better, man. I played your video that played Banks' video, man. And then I went back on this song and played how you sound and how he sounds. So I hear that all the time.
Who are the current members of the group?
So I have one of the originals when one of the very first, Willie Mitchell. I have Charles Blakely, who's been there. He was there a long time, and I have Michael Watts, the famous Michael that he called on God is still in charge. So I have those guys. We're working together and getting it done.
That's just amazing, man. Like all he did was just say the man name, and that was it. And it's like you kind of got to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mike Watts, Charles Blakely, and Willie Mitchell, and myself.
Hey,
Do
it's
y'all have a chance to rehearse much, or it's just pretty much everybody just know their part?
Well, they know their parts, but we still rehearse. You know, we get together and we rehearse. But those guys, they already know because they rehearsed with him. So if anybody need rehearsal, it'd be me. I know the songs well too. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
what you think is, because he had a catalog for sure. What do you think your favorite song is? Oh,
Uh,
that's probably hard, but
Oh, it ain't hard for me, man. I'm kind of an old head when it comes to this quartet stuff. So it's a song he had called "Long Journey."
Long
Uh,
Journey.
yeah, I was telling Richard earlier. That's just one of those songs, man, that it just hit home for me. You know, it's like I feel like that he's talking about my life in that song. You know, it's just uncanny to me. That's just one of my favorite. It just resonates with me.
Yeah, some songs that are like that.
Now that one song, "Things I Can't Change,"
Yeah,
man,
That's one of the ones too.
listen,
boy,
man.
you mess around and you be drinking and smoking, listening to that.
Man, you
What's
know,
the
it's some,
Boy,
people talk about it, it's some street cats, man, that listen to that stuff, man. It was like, man, I don't even do church, man, but I can rock with what you're doing, you
yeah.
know. So
what's your favorite
when
song?
stuff is true, huh?
I was asking Rich, what's your favorite bank song, man?
Mine is "No Tomorrow."
No Tomorrow. Okay. I think mine might be is it called Death Road?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, can't boy,
We
boy,
know
yeah,
a
boy.
little bit. We
That's
know a little bit.
that's the one right there.
yeah, man. That song, man. He got a bunch of them, man. It's just
Too many.
the more you dig, the more you be like, wow, I didn't know that, and I didn't know this, and I didn't know he had this song. You know,
your,
he definitely has a fault. You
your
know,
daddy was nominated for a Grammy, right?
a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Different, man. You know
he
you
was
did.
different. A lot of people don't know that, but Willie Banks was nominated for a Grammy.
yep. He was
Yeah.
nominated for a Grammy. He actually got a gold record for the wrong I've done.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that song.
No, I
Yeah,
can't. I can't. My granddaddy wore that song out right there, boy.
you know that song, man. I I love doing that song because it's like a getting you prepared to minister. Because if you listen to what he's saying, he's like, "Forgive me for what I've done, for the wrong I've done." You know,
Bro,
help me overcome.
some
You know,
it's some words in that song right there, bro.
listen, man, he was a writer. He was an awesome writer. You
That's a
know,
good come up song too.
it's just
Real good come up song.
yeah, I just love it.
And you know what? Fans like it's like the older people, they still appreciate that music. They still come out to the concerts just to hear them songs.
Yeah,
And they'll get up and leave.
yeah, they let you know that they were there for that too. They let you
Yeah,
know, and it's a blessing. Since I've been doing this, I've just I've never seen so many older people like gain so much pep in their step.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they're young again.
yeah. Cause they go
Those
back to a
songs.
time where it was good time for them. You know, they mama
Yeah,
was yeah. It's all kind of things go through their mind.
yeah, man. It's a blessing to see. You know, and I'm surprised. I'm often surprised too how many young people which know those songs word for word. You know, is as young as 5 and 6 years old. I'm looking at their mouth and they know the words. They sing along. You know, so it's just a blessing, man. That I'm able to be a part of such a great legacy.
Hey man, do you ever perform the song One More Chance?
No, but
one where he was talking about the girl.
yeah, I man, you gonna make
That song. That's another one, bro.
you
He had
almost making me let the cat out of the bag, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But yeah, I'm yeah.
That song was one of them ones, bro. You boy, it'll sit there and make you just think, man.
Yeah, that was one of the great things about Dad too. He was a master storyteller.
Yes.
You know, he was a master storyteller. He can make you. It's like you seeing what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can see it in your mind. You know, and that's a gift. You know,
And that's another question.
you
Like,
can do that.
with a catalog like what he had, how do you know what to even sing?
Sing all of it.
Man, you know, all you can do, man, is just be ready at any time to sing anything. That's really all you can do, because it's just people ask you about songs, man, and it's like back in the day, you had to know every song, every Willie Banks song or every William Brothers song. You had to know their whole catalog. It's not
Right.
like that anymore, but I'm trying to get back to that so that when people request certain stuff, I can do it. You know.
Right.
But I mean, it's so many hits to learn, man. You know, you got to give cats time to learn that stuff because we're dealing with a lot of different guys. You know, but it's rough, man. You know, I'm not an old man, but I'm not a young man either. I'm right in the middle, so I'm old enough to remember before cell phones and all that stuff. But I can also relate to this new cyber age too. So,
Right.
I got guys in the band ranging in age from 21 to 72. You know, so
Hey, I wonder if you knew that. I don't know if he's still in your group, but the guy that taught me how to play bass,
Who?
Willie Johnson.
Yeah, Willie Johnson comes out with us.
That's how I started playing bass.
Willie Johnson. Yeah, he was when I first met. Well, I don't even remember when it was, but I don't know if you remember when it was. But when I first met him, that's when Dad had just released the House of Prayer album.
Wow.
It's like '86.
Yeah.
Mike Watts wasn't even there yet. It was Kevin Wilson, Greg Flowers, Willie Johnson, and Willie Mitchell. Yeah, Kevin Wilson played with my dad for a good while, man. That's him on the House of Prayer stuff, that House of Prayer album.
Boy, you learn something new every day. God,
yeah, man.
Uncle Kevin, God, man, he's been out here for
one of the baddest jokers ever.
And still is cold as ice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you know guys like Eric Walls and all those guys, man, Kevin had a big hand in training those guys how to play guitar.
Wow.
Right. That's why they all be at the summit every year. I mean, every last guitar player you can think of.
Yep. They all respect Kevin.
If you can remember, were you at that Malaco taping that they did?
No, I wasn't there.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
Was that the only live video he ever did?
That's the only one I've ever seen. Like professionally live done, live video. I think they recorded a bunch of groups, all the artists that same night.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only one I've seen of that caliber of production.
Gotcha. What's your most requested song that you have to do?
Well, God is still in charge, I would have to say. But God is still in charge, and God's goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two, it'll be a riot if I don't do those songs.
I am curious on. No, I'm not trying to be on the convention talk or nothing. But seriously, how did you get to that level of playing musical wise? Like, who are your influences? You know, like when you first started playing bass, like what really when you was like, okay, I'm out of here with it. Like,
I'm gonna tell you who inspired me. the first inspiration I got for bass was from Mike Atkins. You know who that is?
Yeah. From
Pilgrim Jubilees.
Yeah.
He was the one that made me really want to get on that bass.
He used to play dog out of that.
Yeah, he was just different from everybody else. And he was my first inspiration.
Yeah.
But I've learned. I mean, you know, I've never been the type of person that was able to sit down with anybody and just shed or just. I've always learned from just watching my people around me. And if truth be told, I was taught to play bass from keyboard players and guitar players. You know what I'm saying? So I learned more from them and just their thought process to bass than I have from any bass player.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind
of.
I'm self-taught. You know, I just picked it up and my grandfather bought me my first bass. And he was like, play what you hear. And man, that's what I've been doing to this day. You know, I can read music, you know, I can read music if I need.
I was gonna ask you that too, yes.
Yeah, I can read charts, but I'm an ear bass player. I was self-taught, man, you know.
Born with it, man. You was born with it.
It's just, you know, God has gifted me in that area.
Now since you're from that area, rest in peace to another late great. How close were you to Tim Robbins?
We were good friends. I was kind of like a big homie to him.
Yeah.
But man, I knew him well, and we had a lot of great times together, man. And I learned a lot from him, and he learned a lot from me. I think I may have learned more from him because he went to conservatory, man. He went to, you know, and all that stuff. But yeah, man, Tim Robbins, we still talk about him, man. He'll never be forgotten.
Yeah, never.
He's a legend on that bass, man. And just awesome producer. And I still keep in touch with his mother, you know. And yeah, man, he's one of the homies, man, for sure.
Who have you worked with, like on the contemporary gospel side?
Kim Burrell. I actually toured with Kim Burrell for a while. Who else? I mean, other than her, nobody really like officially. I just kind of sat in with people like Clark Sisters, New Direction out of Chicago, the choir, you know, just stuff like that. But I officially was with Kim Burrell for a while when she had first released, right after she released the Live in Memphis CD that she did, the live recording that she did. I was able to go on tour with her. It was me, Sean Martin, who just passed, Robert Spud Seawright.
Oh yeah.
Fausto that plays percussion for Stevie Wonder right now. And I don't know if y'all know, Charlie Tate was on guitar for that.
That's the only name I don't know.
Okay, Charlie Tate, he did some work with the Clouds for a while, Mighty Clouds of Joy. But and then one more guy, Cornell Thickpen out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
right?
Yeah. And he's the one got me on that gig. Cornell, he shouted me out and got me on that. You know, so
dang, bro, you named some God, all heavy hitters.
Yeah, man.
Including yourself.
Yeah, I was honored to be there.
So where do you see Quartet in the next 5 to 10 years?
If we hold on to the foundation, I believe it'll last. It'll keep on lasting forever. If we don't totally get rid of the foundation, you know, I'm not against showing skill level. I'm not against any of that, but there's a certain sound that Quartet brings, and I just don't. As long as we don't totally lose that, I believe that it'll last forever.
That's one of the better answers.
Yeah, it is.
That anyone has gave. Because I understand people want it to keep going. People, you know, they all of that, but that's real. That's what has to be done in order for it to, you know. all the house dumping and or dump your house and we gonna get these niggas back. Like, bro, that's why I feel like, it's kind of been on a standstill for the last few years.
Yeah, it's the wrong.
Ain't that staying sticking to the foundation. Of course, flavor and stuff like that going to evolve over the years, but you gotta stick to that foundation no matter what.
Like I say, you got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what it boils down to. Because
we need more Willie Banks, man. We need niggas to tote some pistols, man, so we can
Oh man,
keep this.
exactly.
So we can
Man.
keep.
We need some more bangers in the world, man. Hey, I don't want to say it might sound biased with me saying it, but the two groups I seen that's doing that now, keeping it like kind of keeping it the main thing is Roy and the Legends. Like it ain't a lot of flash and flare with them. It's just we gonna do what we do, get straight to the point, and then that's it. But a lot of other folks, without calling names, they throw all this stuff in the music and sound like you at a circus or a fair, and you losing the older people. So,
well, like I said, there's room for everybody because there's the demographic is wide.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't dare discredit or leave anybody out at all. There's just room for everybody. You stay in your lane and stay true to what you're called to do. You'll be all right.
Just keep your heart in it. If everybody just had their heart in it, man,
Yeah.
it could really rise. Like, I feel like everybody take care of business, everybody show love, help the next man, just help each other keep getting better. I mean, I feel like that's what is missing. Yeah. A lot of love. It's a lot of love that's missing right now.
And then it ain't nothing wrong with a little friendly competition. Iron sharp iron.
We always gonna sharpen each other's iron.
Well, it's for you to be the best at what you do. Just be the best at what you do. And
you're getting paid.
And make sure that the people are being blessed by what you do. Make sure you're in the will of God.
That's the most important thing right
there. And they ain't hard to do if you're in the will of God.
Right. Because at the end of the day, we singing gospel. We ain't in games.
Yeah. Cigarette smoking, women slapping niggas.
Yeah. Man, good job, man. Calm down, Doc. Calm down.
Yeah.
So, Willie, who would name me your 5 top quartet singers all time?
Well, that's difficult.
Everybody say that.
I think you set me up, man. I'm a complete.
Well, I know for a fact we can give you one.
Yeah, one right.
I know one of them that's got to be in there for
I
sure.
mean, he ain't got no choice but to be in there.
I mean, my dad is definitely.
Yeah.
But that's all you're getting out of me, buddy.
Okay, so name me your 5 top singles of all time, no matter the genre.
That's
still a range. You mean males or females, Richard?
Okay, say males. Just stick with males.
Okay, that make it a little easier.
Okay. Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to give Michael Jackson some of that. Because this catalog is the range of songs that he has done in different genres is crazy.
Yeah.
If you really look down into there. Man, it's too many people, man.
Now, most people say Stevie, they say Charlie Wilson too.
Charlie Wilson, I was gonna say him. Charlie Wilson.
Charlie is the one of the ones that sing.
You got to put Luther in there. Teddy Pendergrass.
Dang.
I mean, it's too many.
People don't talk about him.
I gotta think about that, man, because these guys were big at one point, man. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about that some more. I would have to think about that.
About the name Teddy in their top.
Listen, man, you got to go back and listen. See, you ain't old enough.
Nah. Nah.
What about Donny Hathaway?
He's another one. See, man, like I gotta think about it, man. It's too many. It's too many good ones. It's just too many of them, man. I can't even think about all the names right now because there's so many of them. Like when we get done with this podcast, I'm going to think about some more people. Like, man,
Right. That's
you
right.
know,
Okay, so what about females?
Whitney Houston,
Right.
Ooh.
Shaka Khan,
Uh,
Patti LaBelle,
Coco.
man, we talking about iconic, man.
hey man, I got one for you that you can't resist. You got to put Anita in there somewhere.
Anita Baker, yeah, I
Come
put
on, man. Yeah.
not
Come on now.
not in my top 5.
Her
For
voice is
real?
aggravating.
No,
Her voice
Anita?
is just so aggravating.
She in the top 10, but not top 5.
Yeah, her voice aggravating. Rich.
She in the
No,
top
it's not
bottom 10.
aggravating. It's just different.
It's unique. Like her style is very.
She's a jazz singer. Got that jazz vibe. I'm
She's
trying
in
to
the
think.
top bottom 10.
I like Tina Turner.
Tina. I never really cared for her.
I love Tina.
Listen, man, you don't know what you're talking about.
I love Tina, boy.
But that's another one, man. It's a lot of great female vocalists.
Layla.
Layla tough, yeah.
Now you get into the younger ones. Now, if you want to go
Okay.
to that generation, like Layla,
India.
Ari,
She's shaky a little bit.
compared to Layla, they ain't in the
Oh
same.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Not. It's hard.
Coco, if you're watching this, I love
Layla
you.
just she in a category of her own. It's just
Yeah, you got so many people that's in their own category, like Angie Stone. You got
Jasmine Sullivan.
She's a beast. Man,
I don't think
it's too
Beyonce
many.
is a great singer.
You said who?
Beyonce, she ain't the best singer in the world.
listen, man, she's a very acrobatic singer. She got a lot of voice control. But as far as just like legendary,
Iconic.
Yeah. But
Gee,
like I said, I'm a little older, so compared to you.
Would you take Mariah Carey over Beyonce?
When it comes to what?
Overall.
Singing or performance?
Singing.
Like he said, Beyonce has a lot of control. She does the most craziest things ever.
Mariah Carey ain't no slouch though.
No, she's not.
But I would put her more in the category with Whitney though.
I can see that.
For just because they balladeers, you know what I'm saying, like power singers.
It's a lot of songs that I felt like Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton.
Like he sound like Whitney a lot in some of her.
Tony Braxton reminds me of a newer version of Anita Baker.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear that in there too. Yeah.
She had a deeper voice.
There's some legends out here.
And Jennifer Holliday, man, like it's
Aretha.
You can't leave Aretha out.
You gotta throw
Aretha out. Aretha has so much range, man. Like she could sing every style.
Yeah.
She.
Females.
It's crazy when it's the subject. It's hard to think of them, but
I just want Coco to know I love her very much.
Man,
Coco, if you're watching this, I love you.
You're on the wrong podcast, man. You trying to gonna have the Saints have the Saints looking at me cross-eyed, man.
Man. What's the girl from Escape? Do you think she could sing the lead? What was the girl name that sang Understanding?
I need
Andy.
Yeah. What would you
One
put
of
her?
them can sing really, really well. I don't know her name, but it's one of them that can really, really go. Hold on. It might be the dark skin one.
That would be Candy.
Let's see. What's your favorite brand of bass to play?
Ha!
You said favorite kind of bass to play?
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm doing, man.
You
Like
got that Ken?
I like Kens, but I don't like them on everything.
No, I'm saying, do you still have yours?
No, I don't have my Kens. Kens,
What?
man.
Nigga, what? Oh, no. Oh, you had one of the ones too, like one of them. God, dog.
I had the it was it was a 6-string neck through.
I remember. That's hard.
Yeah.
Preference is one thing, but it's everything really has some sort of tone.
Like I like Ken Smith for like finger style playing, but I like Fender style basses for slap bass.
Oh yeah.
You know, so mod bass, a good Fender, Lakeland, you know.
So what's the best all around bass?
Fender.
Well, Fender would be the default.
I mean, when you can get any job done with a Fender, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Rich. We can't. Rich, I don't know what you got going on, buddy. You out there in the country, man. Rich.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, you're back.
Can you hear me? I said, have you ever had a chance to work or meet Fred Hammond?
I've never worked with Fred Hammond.
Okay. Since people talk about the fun things, music, sports, and all that other stuff, what would be some advice you would have to just, I guess, anybody? I wouldn't even say the younger generation, to balancing your musical life with your personal life, because I know some people that personally struggle with it, and sometimes we observe people that struggle with it, but it's not talked about enough, in my opinion. We just talk about the fun stuff and making the money and doing the fun thing. But what would be some advice you would give, to balancing that real life to, say, for a perfect example, when the pandemic came, all the touring stopped, all the music stopped, just some encouragement to anybody to,
Well,
what's your thought process?
Well, you just have to have something else that you do besides music. You always got to have something else that you're good at, just in case.
Yeah,
that's the best way I can describe it. Outside of music, I can do a lot of different things. Carpentry, work on cars. I can. I'm real savvy with fixing electronics. Stuff like that, so I work well with my hands. So I always have something I can fall back on in some shape, form, or fashion. It's just you always got to have a plan B.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you don't ever rely totally on one thing.
You'll be surprised, brother.
Hey, I've done it. I've been guilty of it.
Me too. Hey, me too.
I had to learn.
Me too.
I had to learn.
It's crazy you said that. Me and the pastor was just talking about that tonight. He said, man, when y'all quartet sang, because y'all was hurt when COVID hit. I said, man, you ain't lying, because a lot of people, that's all they do, just sing quartet.
Yeah, and
they didn't have no other kind of skill. We just was talking about that tonight. So he was like, man, it's always good, have something else going on, no matter what it is. Just figure something out.
Don't be scared to learn. Don't be scared to learn. People be scared to learn stuff, man. People be scared to unlearn stuff and learn it again. Like, it's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We be in the way of our own, success.
Are you big into sports?
I used to be, man, not so
You look
much,
like you dunk on somebody, man.
man. Back in the day, yeah, man. I was, you know, I didn't go past the high school level, man. But I was a beast in high school.
Wow, I can tell. I remember when I seen you getting out the car, you was in Griffin, man. I said, "Hey, is he gonna ever get all the way out?"
Yeah, man. I was pretty. I was all right on that basketball court.
Yeah. So, if you could give your younger self a piece of advice, what would you tell yourself?
Um, that's a very good question. Now, you talking about just in life in general, or as pertaining to what I do now?
Um, Make it interesting, both.
Well, to put a summation, like to kind of just keep it all together and in one sentence, I would tell my younger self to hmm, I would definitely tell my younger self to invest in stocks.
Why did I know it? I do it. I do it.
Financials, man. Like learn all you can about money and how it works, and concentrate on being the best version of yourself first before you do anything else. Um, you know, that's what I would tell myself. My younger self. That's what I'm telling my son. Concentrate on being the best version of yourself, man, before you start giving so much of yourself away. You
Right.
know, and,
Dang.
and that's not a popular road.
You know that I'm
You
sure that can
know?
kind of be. I ain't gonna say not really difficult for you because you following in your dad's footsteps, but because like you said, I know y'all get compared to each other or not, but I know like you still trying to do it a little bit yourself or try. Oh, it's trying to see how can I really word it, but it either way it go with like being the best version of you, but even in your situation, trying to carry on the legacy, but still sprinkle a little bit of yourself in there.
Yeah, I always find a way to be myself. But one thing I'm discovering, the older I get, the more I'm like my dad than I thought. So it comes easy. What you see ain't no act. It ain't me forcing it. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
You can tell.
So I don't have to.
You
I don't.
can't act that, bro. You
Yeah,
can't
I don't.
act
Yeah, I don't have to.
that. You
That's not
can't
an act,
act that.
man. That's just really how I am, and I'm just a lot like him more than I thought. Just period. You know.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, like you say, you just can't help it. The older
Yeah,
you get,
that's just
more and
what
more
it
it's
is.
just
Yeah.
in you. So what all do you have any shows or anything coming up?
Yeah, man. We'll be in Smithfield, North Carolina this weekend.
Nigga, I'm coming to see you. What day?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be in Smithfield on the 17th of August. Um, and then on the 25th, where will we be? We'll be in Jackson, Tennessee. Um, and if you want more information on that, you can go on the Willie Banks Jr. page or Willie Banks Jr. the Messengers page on Facebook, and you can see the flyer and get all the times and ticket information and see who all on the program and church location. Um, but yeah, we'll be in North Carolina this weekend. So if you're in the area, come on out and lift up the name of Jesus with us.
I'm looking forward to that show in Raymond. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's always good to go home, man. That's home at
That's
the
gonna
end of
be a
the.
real. This will be my first time coming, but didn't they had it last year, right?
Yeah, they had it last year, but yes, and it was good, but it's bigger and better, man. It's gonna be bigger and better this year. So come on down, man. And anybody listening, make sure that if you're in the Mississippi area and in Raymond, Jackson, all those surrounding cities, come on to Raymond, Mississippi, Kane Hall, you know, and join us at the Mega Fest. It's gonna be an awesome time.
Yes, sir.
God has really blessed us, you know. We're gonna be moving around this year. So we'll be in your, if you're in the Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina area, Georgia area, we'll be in your area soon before the year is out. So be looking out and be praying for us.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And I don't want to hold you a little like too much longer, but I remember the first time I seen the messenger, it was 2015 at they were in Albany. You weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Ooh,
That was
I
the
remember
first
that.
time I seen him.
I was there too. I remember that, Rich.
Yep. But I ain't gonna lie, since you've been the lead singer, it's like the group done had a resurgence. Like,
Well, you know that the
Yeah.
credit has to be given to God because it was God that told me to go ahead and move forward with that. So that he's been blessing it. He's been keeping his word to me. That which was if you go on and continue to ask legacy, I'll bless you.
right,
And that's exactly what he's been doing. You know, and I'm just real thankful. Um, you know, the guys they respect me enough to let me lead. You know, they're following suit, and I'm honored by that as well because these are guys that's been on the road longer than I've been alive. Some of them,
Mhm.
you know, so it's just a blessing. God has been blessing this thing for real, and the respect levels are there, and it's the people are responding, people are being blessed. You know, people have reached out from prisons saying that they were blessed. Man, they saw stuff online, saw the group singing online. Like I said earlier, you know, guys on the, doughboys, like people, like a lot of men. This has just surprised me how many men are responding. You know, women they kind of support anyway, but the men are responding.
right.
You see to see grown men crying and being blessed, man, and just having a good time, and it's amazing. It's an amazing journey. You know,
That's crazy, man. That's how you know it's genuine.
yeah.
That's how you know it's real.
That's how you know it's 100%.
Well, when you do it God's way and do it in His timing, it'll work out. You know, and that's what you're seeing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't let anybody make me move ahead of God. You know, I'm following suit, and He's just blessing. You know, so that's what I'm gonna continue to do. That's where I am with it now, man. You know, I know we talked about all the bass stuff and everything, but this is the new chapter in my life, man. So, you know, I'm cool with it, and I'm glad that people are being blessed by it. You know, so
I know Richard said we won't gonna hold you up too much longer, but man, can you please, like, I know you say you in your new chapter, I understand, but man, can you please give the people one bass video, just one, bro, just one. I don't care
well,
what you play.
I'm never gonna stop playing bass. I'm always gonna be a musician. You know, so
I
I'm
want
not.
to hear you, man. It's been a
I'm not.
long time since I heard you
Man,
play.
listen, man.
Like,
We'll have to do that another time. We'll have to do that. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that tonight.
no, not on here, not on here. I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
post a video, like, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
I'm definitely gonna, show that side, but yeah, that's, I'm unk status now, man. So it's time to move out the way for you. So good job, and all the young guys, man. It's y'all time now, you know.
sir.
Man, do you like it's another thing. Do you like open it? Well, like as far as like, what do you like to come up at in the lineup in a concert? Like middleways, closing, or
It
does it
don't
really
matter.
matter?
I don't get caught up in that, man. I go where they tell me to go. I'd
That's
rather not
professional.
close because, man, folks be woe out by the time the closer get up.
Yeah,
But I'll just saying it don't matter to me wherever I sing.
that's professional. That's really professional. Some people have a fit, man. If you don't have them, in a certain place.
Well, I look at it. I look at it like this: if people bought a ticket, they came to see who they want to see, and you just hopefully you'll gain some fans that weren't there to see you. But they're the folks, if they're coming buying tickets, they came to see the program. So no matter what you put it at, that's how I look at it. I just don't get caught up in that.
So that's what it boiled down to.
At the end of the day,
Well, we this is just something we like to do towards the end, and I promise you this will be it because I'm tired myself. We call this or that. So we just ask a couple of questions. Let's see. This or that. Would you rather have ketchup or ranch?
I gotta answer this or that. Hey,
What
man,
you say, Neil?
Hey man, this
made it hard for him on the first.
This cat's sleepy, man. This time to end this thing, man. I ain't finna do that with. I ain't finna do this with you, man.
So pretty much. So basically, you don't know.
So that man, random. Yeah, it's time to dismiss, Doc.
Yeah, I just made it home anyway, so we just want to appreciate you for coming on, man.
Appreciate you having me, man. Appreciate you having me. You surprised me, man. I didn't know Good Job was gonna be on here, man.
Yeah, man. He the other host, man.
Man, we trying to start something positive, man. We still learning, still getting the hang of this stuff. Eventually, we're gonna evolve to a live setting. Well, we just learning and filling people out.
Okay.
Trying to it's all new. It's all new.
We'll keep it up, man. Keep it up. It'll work. Just keep it up and stay solid. You'll be all right, man. But thank you for having me, man. I'm gonna get on out of here, Doc.
I'm gonna be in touch with you, bro. Seriously.
Okay. Yeah. What you say, Richard?
Can't hear you, Rich. Can't hear you. Okay, I can now.
You can't hear me?
I can.
I can hear you.
Oh, I was trying to give you some hand claps.
Yeah, they working. Yeah.
All right, man. I got an echo.
Richard.
I'm local. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Told you y'all got a little local this, man. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, well, man, we're gonna go and call this a night.
Appreciate
We appreciate you coming
Seriously.
on.
Good talk.
All right. Willie Banks Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
God bless you all. All right, man. Y'all be blessed, man.
Yes,
All right, you too. Ooh. Yeah, man. What you think?
You will never know about half of these people until you talk to them. You'll never know the things they've done. You'll never know the people they know. You never know the things they've been through, the experiences, the opportunities. It's just great, man, to have such legends and get a chance to ask them questions about more personal things and things that people don't know. So, and me, I'm a sucker for knowledge. So learning new stuff like that is just crazy. I would have never knew this man played for Stevie Wonder and had a chance to play for Kim Burrell, and this is Willie Banks' son.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
Have you ever heard him play bass before?
On YouTube. I seen some videos on YouTube.
Hey, man, look here. I don't
so
be
he
hyping
really
up
like
a lot of niggas. I don't hype up a lot of niggas, but I had a chance to actually sit down in front of this dude, and we both had a bass. That was, man.
Mm.
But yeah, that was great, man. That was good.
Yeah. That's why I really kind of held it long because I wanted to get him some hand claps before he left, but It's all good.
Yeah, we gonna spin the block, man. We gonna what we gonna do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, I hate I can't get on the game though. But I guess we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah, so you know how we do. I'm about to call you in a minute.
Okay, that'll work.
All right.
All right. Okay, ladies and gents, this was a great interview with Mr. Willie Banks Jr. I wasn't in the studio coming from church, but I did make it in the last couple of minutes. Uh, got a lot of great information, but we're about to get off of here. Tomorrow, we'll be going live with Mr. Schoolboy Eddie Bynes from the Swanee Quintet. And you have to be following the YouTube page to be eligible to win the ticket. And I know if you're not following. So we're going to give away 2 tickets tomorrow. So I just ask that y'all tune in and be on the lookout. And we will catch y'all tomorrow. I'll give the official time tomorrow morning sometime. All right, peace.